Hey you guys, Angel Starks here in Fishers, Indiana. I'm your ambassador for Shop Fishers Summer Series. So I'm here in Fishers at Peace Water Winery with Scott Burton, and you're the owner here, correct?
Yes, I am.
So tell me about your business.
Well, we've been in business for about 7 years. We're a little bit different style of business. We're actually a locally owned Napa winery. So my wife and I are both local. We lived here basically around our whole lives, but about 7 years ago, we wanted to do something fun and different. And so we opened up a Napa winery where we grow all of our grapes around the Napa and Sonoma area, but our tasting rooms are here in Indiana. We kind of wanted to bring a little piece of Napa back home here. And so we kind of recreated the Napa tasting experience here.
And we're happy that you have done that. I'm new to this location. I live in Fishers, been here for a very long time. And I remember when you guys were first starting to open up, I kept being like, when is it gonna happen? So I'm really happy to be here to experience it. You guys do wine tastings, which I didn't know. So that's something good as well. Tell me about maybe a featured item when people come in, something that you would offer.
Sure, typically there's lots of different options they can do. We have wine tastings, which you can sample all of our different wines. We have 12 different wines. You get to pick your own wines, whatever ones you want to sample. So a typical like Napa style wine tasting. And we do those up in our bar. We have lots of seating areas as well though. And we actually have partnered with HC Kitchen and 1933 Lounge to provide food. So you can order and they deliver right to your table. So you can also just come in and grab a glass or a bottle and just sit and relax at one of our tables or seating areas. And we have flights as well, which are ways that you can take those to tables, 3 different wines, about a glass and a half of wine, kind of do your own self-guided.
Absolutely. I'm really excited about the food part because a lot of times you go and you drink, you just get your crackers or a little cheese, but you've partnered with local restaurants and you can actually get a meal with your wine. So you want to come in and do that. Why should people shop local? What do you think?
Well, I mean, especially I think if anything, the last year and a half that kind of we've learned is that we all kind of need to rely on each other and small businesses especially. And so it was great to see. We have for example, we have a wine club that people can join as well, which kind of is just our foundation for our local support. And that's the people who primarily want to be involved with something that's local. One of the things we do too is we actually support different charities. So we donate 50% of net profits to charities and 50% of our tips to charities as well. And so people want to do that, and there are local charities and we like being a part of the community. And I think for that reason, it's important for people to pay that back.
Very important. What is unique about your winery?
Well, the fact that, as I mentioned already, I just think the fact that we are a Napa winery, so all of our wines tend to be more on the semi-dry or dry scale. Napa's one of the best wine growing regions in the world. So we do have a couple sweet options, but unlike most Indiana wineries, we're not focused on sweet wines. Ours tend to be a little bit more in the dry style, like I said, more of what you would typically see in a higher end restaurant like at Ruth's Chris or here across the street at San Diego, for example.
Okay. And we're going to see if we can get on his good side and get a little taste while we're here, guys.
For sure. That's what we're here for.
And so throughout the summer series, Shop Fishers, there's all kind of deals. Let's talk about your deal. What kind of deal can they get?
Yeah, typically you can come in, as I mentioned, do wine tastings. The usual wine tasting is $10 to try 5 different wines. It's about a glass of wine, but we're doing a 2-for-1 special. So if you come in and mention the Shop Fishers special, you can get a 2-for-1 wine tasting.
That's great. Hey guys, make sure that you go to the website. And Scott, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Tell people where you're at on social media and your contact information.
Sure, we're just at peacewaterwinery.com. There you can find all the information about us. We don't require reservations, so if you do feel like coming in at any time, just walking around up the street, we're good to go. We also have Fishers locations in Carmel and down on Mass Ave as well if you happen to be not in Fishers but still looking for some wine.
Thank you again for your time. And you guys, thank you so much. Continue to shop local, shop Fishers, and thanks for being a part of the summer series.